Hey everyone, welcome back to Virtual Tacos Mode as we are here for another midweek devotion on this Wednesday. Thank you for joining us for this time that we have to center ourselves for a bit of the Word and a bit of the Bible and to see what the death of Jesus Christ has to say for us and how we can break the chains of society and how our world is structured. So let's get into it and see what happens today. So the passage that we have today from our Bible is going to be Mark 15, verses 33 through 39, and this is going to tell the story of the death of Jesus. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. When it was noon, darkness came over the whole land, until 3 in the afternoon. At 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of the bystanders heard it, they said, "Listen, he is calling for Elijah." And someone ran, filled a sponge with sour wine, put it on a stick, and gave it to him to drink, saying, "Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to take him down." Then Jesus gave a loud cry and breathed his last. And the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. Now when the centurion who stood facing him saw that in this way he breathed his last, he said, "Truly this man was God's Son." So that is the short passage that we have from Mark today that highlights the death of Jesus on the cross. And so now that we have read that, we're going to have a few discussion questions, and these discussion questions might have you kind of thinking about what are we trying to get at here in this whole story, because they kind of were doing that to me today. I was struggling with them. So let's see what you guys got. So the first question is, do you hear people talking about Jesus' story like it is a formula for a happy ending? And then the second is, rising up together is not about having power over someone or something, but having power with another. What does that mean to you? How do you apply that to your faith? The final question for today is, what are some of the chains that bind us and keep us from fully loving God and each other? So now, as with every devotion in this Bible, we have the think about it that follows the discussion questions, and it goes a little like this. There are a lot of bad things happening in the world. It doesn't take us long to think of examples. Jesus showed us how to respond to the pain and chaos we see through his death on the cross. Because of the cross, Christians respond to human despair differently. We don't try to overcome it with optimism or conquer it by exercising our power, which is our culturally conditioned response. For us, rising up means bending low, not in a placating way, but so we can be in solidarity with others. It means self-sacrificial service that bears with people while working to break the chains that keep them oppressed. It's not about rescuing another so that their story can have a happy ending, which we love, but it is about standing with them in their reality. When we turn the story of Jesus into a mere success story, we cheat ourselves out of its depth and effectively dismiss from our consciousness the people whose situation prevents them from ever achieving a happy ending. So those are the things that they have us think about. And I think it's really interesting to have a discussion around these items about the death of Jesus on a cross, and to think of what is to come. When we're always in the Easter season, it seems like we have the death of Jesus that leads to the resurrection. It's a hooray moment. It's the defining thing that creates Christianity, the fact that Jesus rose from the dead and he defeated everything, and that we are freed from our sin. But if we only think of it as a success story, we forget about the fact that someone actually died. Someone actually died that chains may be broken. Someone actually died that justice might be sought after in this world. Someone died for that. So what I really think this devotion is trying to hit on is to not forget about the journey and the great work and the things that Jesus did and the miracles that he performed and how he lived out this life of radical love and grace for all. Because in the end, he was killed by people who didn't appreciate what he was doing. And that's not really a formula for a happy ending. But yet we are encouraged by what happens to Jesus as he rises from the dead on Easter morning. But we have a mission. We're set here to seek out the injustices of the world and make them right, and to grant grace for everybody, and to try to have a better understanding of everyone. Because those are the things that Jesus was after in his radical movement of grace and love. So I'm not sure if this is where we're supposed to get with this devotion, but I think that's where I want to push us towards. I want to push us towards having that understanding that someone died so that we might have a life filled with the chance and opportunity to spread grace and love as Jesus did. And so that's where I think I'll leave you for today. I want you to think about these things as you continue your week. I hope that these ideas allow you to center yourself for the rest of the week so that you might take what we learned from the story of Jesus' death and apply it to how you can help people in this world that is so broken and is so full of chaos, but yet Jesus shows us a way to move forward. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you for tuning in and listening to our devotion. We will see you here on Friday with our Talk About It Friday video. Keep sending in questions. I can't encourage you enough to do that. It'll be so fun if we have more questions from you guys so that we can have awesome discussions here on Friday. So continue to do that, and we'll see you here on Friday. So have a good one, everybody.